Hi everybody. So here is my discussion post. I'm currently teaching a grammar class at UMBC for low intermediate students. I have 9 students total. All are at least in their 20s and are attending school full-time. All students have N1 fluency and proficiency, at least up through the high school level, if not further. I have 3 Korean students, 1 Algerian student, 1 Chinese student, and 4 Saudi Arabian students. I am using the book Grammar and Beyond to teach them and must cover at least 9 chapters in the book plus supplemental material. The topics I have been instructed to cover are review of simple present, present progressive, present perfect, simple past, past progressive, past perfect, future, future progressive, future perfect, modals of advice, permission and regret, conditional 0, 1, and 2, time clauses, and gerunds and infinitives as subjects and objects. I use the book for a reference and and then also supplement outside material when needed if the book is lacking in examples. The books we use are a good grammar reference, but there are no speaking exercises and very little writing prompts. In addition, the topics for each chapter theme-wise are terrible, so I have to do a lot of outside supplementing. Several topics include twins separated at birth, a color wheel, and first impressions at a job interview, to name a few. Some are okay, but most aren't relatable at all, and students will never need this information again or have never been in a situation to relate to these topics. While I think writing is important, I feel that spoken grammar greatly influences written grammar, and those students who tend to be more conversational tend to have better grammar in my experience. Additionally, students can spend time writing papers for a class, but if they live in an English-speaking country or are not planning to go to a university, they will never need to write a paper, and conversely will need to access proper grammar instantaneously without having time to sit and think about it, as they will probably talk to native English speakers more than they will be writing papers. My course is in the intensive program, so not everyone is university-bound. That being the case means that grammar in their spoken English is equally, if not more important than written grammar, but there seems to be little focus on improving spoken grammar in the book. Interestingly, a colleague of mine did an experiment with her advanced level students. These are the students that are college-bound in the academic, the academic line of classes. She had them try to pay attention to their grammar while speaking, and it was kind of a big project where they knew what tenses they needed to talk about, but it turned out to be extremely difficult, even though the students had practice and they knew what they were doing and knew what to look for. Focusing on the grammar caused them to get caught up and lowered their rate of fluency. It was kind of an experiment that she did, but I thought it was really telling and really interesting, showing that they need more practice using verbal grammar so it becomes more natural and they don't have to think about it. So for me, I think speaking is a really big focus. Of course, we do writing activities, but I don't want to neglect having them practice using it verbally. So here are my objectives for teaching conditionals to my class. The first one, given a worksheet of various conditional exercises, the level 3 student should be able to fill in the blank, identify and label the list of conditionals, and correct mistakes in sentences with at least 75% accuracy before we review as a class. Second objective, given a prompt with the if clauses given and main clauses omitted and several blank questions, the level 3 student should be able to complete the main clause based on their own ideas and experiences and write 4 of their own conditional statements. Objective 3, given an image, the level 3 student should be able to use conditionals to ask a partner how they would respond in a particular situation and have a conversation about the image and the situation presented by the image for at least 2 minutes. Alright, so that is my post, and thank you everybody for listening.